What's going on, YouTube? R to the double E dash to the Z-O-N coming at you once again. Reezonoticz doing it big. Want to do a video real quick and just voice some of my thoughts about what I see happening with Nintendo. And if you saw my last video, I was quite peeved with them. I really was agitated by the fact that they will go ahead and delay one of the biggest titles of the year we've been waiting for. That's going to be a strong push in the holiday season for them against these two upcoming competitors to delay it to next year. Whatever, man. I'm still not happy about that, and I stand by what I said. Nintendo is going to have some real issues. And as far as in my personal view of things, I've always had them as my primary console. I'm still going to enjoy the shit out of the Wii U and all its amazing content that's coming. That being said, it's moves like that, and it's just the overall perception of the industry towards Nintendo and the snub they're getting from so many third parties missing out on so many big-time games that might have them as the second spot console for the first time ever in my life, in my setup, behind a PlayStation 4. But we'll see. Maybe that'll turn around. Either way, that's not what this video is about. This video it's kind of about that, but it's not really to continue on that point. It's to add to it. Here's a problem that I see with Nintendo right now, and it's it's obvious. Everybody sees it. It's not a lack of games anymore, because there's plenty of games. It's not it's not being underpowered like so many people say, because it really isn't. It shits all over the PS3 and 360, and it's only going to be marginally less powerful than the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Let's just call it what it is. It is what it is. You can throw all your numbers out there and all your calculations and all that, but at the end of the day, what it's going to output visually and gameplay-wise is not going to be that far beneath what you see on an Xbox One or PlayStation 4. Anyway, and there's mad developers out there who have said it themselves, who have developed games for it. So anyways, the problem is that nobody knows what the Wii U is. The general public does not know what the Wii U is. The gaming public, the gamers, who feel that Nintendo has a kid-friendly, family-friendly, soft-core, casual appeal, that don't want to give Nintendo a chance because they see what the Wii was all about, even though the Wii was a great console, but you know what I'm saying, the perception. Those guys, they're not going to touch the Wii U. They don't want to even go near it or recommend it to anybody else. Now, the problem with the Wii U right now is not the lack of sales. The lack of sales is a result of the problem. It's an effect of the problem. The problem with the Wii U right now is the same problem Nintendo's had since around the beginning of last generation with the Wii. It's Nintendo's mindset. Now, before you guys think that I'm going off the deep end, you guys know me, I'm a Nintendo fanatic. I am not talking about their outlook on how to make great games or consoles. I am not talking about their uniqueness or their tendency to think outside the box and take maximum risk. I love that, and I'm going to continue to love that. That's what makes them unique. That's what makes them the shit. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about their mindset when it comes to probably the most important thing, aside from pushing out games for your console, advertising your console. There is a big problem, people. I mean, feel me. Look into my eyes. Feel me right quick. There is a huge problem when your console is going on damn near a year on the market, and one of your biggest supporters, this dude right here, has seen maybe 2 to 3 Wii U commercials in that entire year. And I watch TV like a motherfucker. Okay? Conversely, the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One are coming out in less than 2 months, but for the last 3 to 4 months, all I'm seeing is Xbox One and especially PlayStation 4 commercials. They're advertising the shit out of that. There is not anybody out there who doesn't know what the PlayStation 4 is or when it's coming. But y'all are sitting here with maybe 2 to 3 commercials under your belt. And then that's not even the extent of the problem, or the full extent, I should say. It's the way you advertise. Nintendo, I know that you guys have this mindset that, the family-friendly stuff, and I love that. Because Mario, I'm sorry, as great a game as Mario is, it is family-friendly. It is a quote-unquote kiddie game. I don't care. I love it. It is an amazing game, and there are a few games, if any, that are designed to that level of quality. Period. But we know that you can do the family-friendly stuff, okay? But when you're making a console that you say in E3 2012 is going to bring the hardcore back, it is a gamer's console, it is a console for you, the gamer, hence the name Wii U, your advertisement needs to follow suit. Now, you have a severe lack of advertisement, that's number one. But number two, the few times that I have seen commercials for the Wii U, I wanted to throw up. Okay, we don't need commercials for the Wii U like if it was the Wii of last generation. Okay, last generation, your Wii commercials were gimmicky, they were friendly, everything was happy. It was you know, Iwata and something to do with the controller we would like to play, and you show us some gameplay footage. That's not gonna get it done this generation. It worked last generation because you were targeting the casual audience, and you got that casual audience, and you basically invented that craze, because back then there were no tablets, smartphones, or stuff like that that had that gaming library. But now we have all those casual experiences with just as good graphics, if not better, at little to no price, on a more convenient device that we carry around with us, so we can pass the time for 5 or 10 minutes playing Angry Birds if you want, and that's it. Your casual market is no longer there for you the way it was there for you last generation. So you cannot garner, or I'm not garner, that's not the word, you cannot aim the Wii U at advertisement for that market. Especially when you came out saying, when you revealed it in 2012, that it was a console to get the hardcore back. So what am I seeing from Wii U? What commercials have I seen? Well, the 2 or 3 that I've seen in the entire year it's been out. I'm seeing families sitting on the couch together with a gamepad, smiling. Everything is good. It's never a dude my age, you know, in his mid to late 20s. No, it's always a dad in his 40s and the wife and their little kids sitting on a couch with a white wall background, playing, having fun, talking about how great the Wii U is. That's not gonna get the hardcore back. It's not. And I don't care what Nintendo fan wants to jump up and defend that, because I am the most avid Nintendo fan. I will tell you that is a boneheaded ass advertising campaign, especially for what you designed the system to be. Nintendo needs to get out there with an aggressive advertising assault. And with all the money they have in the bank, don't sit there and try to tell me that that's not something they can afford right now. That's bullshit. They need to go on an offensive with the advertising. And they need to change the way and the mindset with which they advertise. I want to see the Nintendo that had an edge about it. That when you could do the family-friendly stuff and the cool stuff and all that, Mario and Zelda and Pikmin and Pokemon and all that, yeah, that's awesome, but can also have an edge and had the Castlevanias and had the, you know, the more mature games. I'm not seeing that in your persona. I haven't seen it in 2 generations. I haven't seen it since right around the end of the 64, beginning of the GameCube. I want to see an advertising campaign where you actually take shots at Microsoft and Xbox. I know that's not Nintendo style. Change your fucking style, okay? At least in that area. Don't change the way you make games. Don't change the products you make, but change the way that you let the world know about it. Get out there, man. I would love to see a Wii U commercial. I mean, it's just my idea, a rough idea, so you can see where I'm coming from. You got some dude, typical, you know, typical quote-unquote stereotypical gamer, slightly overweight dude in his basement with a headset on, playing his console in front of the TV, talking on his headset to his boy about how awesome his new console is and how many hundreds of thousands of polygons it pushes out per second and the quad core processing and blah, 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 blah. And then you just have like this explosion, BAM! And basically a slap on the face saying, while you're worrying about that and those numbers, we'll be playing these awesome games on Nintendo's next-gen console. And then just have a barrage of footage from first-party titles like Mario, Zelda, Pikmin, whatever. Then have another one full of third-party, Call of Duty, Batman, Splinter Cell, Zombie U, boom, 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 just like that. Just an amazing barrage of showing the gamepad, and show a dude, you know, usually around my age, around the usual gamer's age, not some kid and not some 40-year-old dad, some dude in his 20s to 30s with the gamepad just all in it, going crazy, and then have that shit end with a new slogan, not how will you play next, but Nintendo Wii U, play the game. That's an advertising campaign, man, and then you put that bitch all over the place. I want to see that shit looping on every commercial break during the most popular TV events every day. Monday Night Football, WWE Monday Night Raw, Thursday Night Football, the NBA, Walking Dead on Sunday nights. During all those commercial breaks, you should be pumping that commercial in and out, until people get fed up with the name Wii U because they can't escape from it. That's how you advertise. That's why every time yesterday, or the night before when I was watching WWE Monday Night Raw, every fucking commercial break. And last night when my wife was watching Ink Master on a completely different network, every fucking commercial break, there was a PlayStation 4 commercial. Every single one, I counted. There was about 15 of them. In that hour span or 2 hour span, whatever it was that the show was. That's advertising. Now people know. There's nobody on the planet that doesn't know what the PlayStation 4 is or when it's coming. But there's people, after an entire year of this shit being available on the market, who don't even know that the Wii U exists. Or what it's capable of. This is the kind of stuff that Nintendo cannot afford. Okay? They need to change up their mindset and their philosophy, not in the way they look at games or the industry, not in the way they make consoles. That's all great. That's what's made them who they are. But in the way that they let the world know about it. Times have changed, dude. Putting out great games is not enough, because you can put out all the great games in the world, and if nobody fucking knows that those games are around or that your system even exists, guess what? You're pumping games out into the air. But if you advertise the shit out of that, people will be waiting for those games to snap them up as soon as they release. That's the problem with Nintendo right now. That's something that has to change. Number one, lack of advertising. Number two, the manner in which you advertise. I don't want to see family-friendly, safe Nintendo. We all know, no matter what Nintendo does or doesn't do, we all know that they can do the family-friendly and that nobody does it like them. They are the Disney of gaming. Mario, Pikmin, Pokemon, these are franchises that are immortal. These characters are immortal. Okay, we know that they can do the family-friendly thing. But I want to see in your advertising, prove to the world, to the hardcore that you were trying to get back, that you have that edge about you, that you're willing to take shots at the competition, because all they do is take shots at you and steal from your own innovations. Come out on a commercial and basically tell the spec head techie junkies that oh my god, the PlayStation 4 does this and this and pushes this much processing power. Tell that dude in the commercial, while you're worrying about numbers and crunching numbers and math and shit like that, we'll be over here having a ball with Zelda, Mario, Pikmin, Call of Duty, Batman, all these great games, third and first party, on Nintendo's next generation console. You show off the gamepad, you show some relatively young dude in his 20s to early 30s having a blast with that, playing with that, maybe with a headset or Monster Hunter or whatever online. Show that and end it with that, end it with a bang and end it with a new slogan. Fuck how will you play next? Because the fucking public is showing you how they will play next, and it's not Wii U. Change that fucking slogan to Wii U, play the game, which was your damn tagline at E3, which is what Reggie kept saying and Iwata kept saying, play the game. That's it. It's simple. It's not that hard. I'm doing this sitting here with a beer. That's how you push the product. They're doing the first part right. They're pumping out billions of, not billions, but they're pumping out amazing content, and a lot of it. Boom, close together, close together, close together. Yeah, they had a delay, but they're still, boom, moving along, moving along. The game library is filling out. But nobody's there to buy the games. Because you did one part right, but the part that you should have been doing before it, you've yet to do. Why do you think Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD is the lowest selling Zelda release? Yeah, that's part of it, because it's a remake, I get that. But it's still Zelda. Why do you think it hasn't pushed as many systems as it should have? Because nobody fucking knows about it. Simple. Nintendo has money, man. They should be paying companies, sponsors, all that shit to advertise on their radio stations, advertise on their TV channels. I like what Nintendo did, the effort of going on the Nintendo Wii U tour, different cities and all that. But those are small steps. That's small exposure, okay? Going to Best Buy after E3, that's small exposure. Not everybody's going to run out there to play your games. We got lives. But when you blast that shit on the TV they were watching 24/7 and Wii U, Wii U, Wii U, bam, 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 we'll know about your product. We'll be interested in your product. And then we start seeing, boom, Wii U commercials for Wii U games. I haven't seen one fucking Wii U commercial for a game. I think I saw one, Skylanders, months ago. One fucking time. That was it. PlayStation 4 ain't even out yet, and for the last 3 months, that's all I've seen is commercials of PlayStation 4. Because they know what the fuck they're doing. That's about all my time, man. I gotta, finish up lunch here, man. But that it is what it is, man. I love Nintendo, and like I said, I am not by no way slamming them. I'm calling them out like I would call anybody else out on what they need to be called out on. Alright, I've gotten a lot of feedback from YouTubers and people on Miiverse and all that, and I take it with joy. I like it. I got a lot of good points, like XYPZ. I think on Miiverse, his name is Luther. We've been going back and forth. He's been providing a lot of great points about why the Wii U is not in trouble. And I agree with all those points. But the point that I have on why it is in somewhat of a jam is more valid than all those. Because you can bring out all those games that you want, but if nobody fucking knows about them, what good does it do you? I've been on here for 2 generations now on YouTube, for Wii and Wii U, preaching Nintendo and putting it out there. My word of mouth doesn't do that much. Neither does a bunch of us Nintendo fans. It's advertising, man, where you can reach the entire world in a fucking 30-second commercial. And you pump that shit over and over and over again until people get sick of it because they can't escape from the name Wii U. Do that shit and watch how your sales take off. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man, God bless y'all. Stay gaming, man. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, man. Comment, subscribe. thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want to do. We can go back and forth all day, man.